So in this section, what we're going to look at is how to build your posture in guard. This is the most important thing, and it will help set up your passes, your guard breaks, everything comes from this. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so the basic principle. Whenever I get into closed guard, a lot of the time it's because I've either escaped or I've been pulled down, and these kind of things. So I need to protect my arms, protect my neck. So I bunch up my knuckles, put them into both lapels, and I'll lock down on his hips, so my head's central. Now from here, it's hard for James to drag my arm across. Okay, yeah, exactly. And it's hard for him to feed his hands into choke. Yeah, it's difficult. Okay. The other thing is by clamping my elbows to my knees, it's going to make it difficult for James to adjust his hips. Yes. So the next thing is I can't stay here. So as soon as I can, I'm going to posture up, nice and tall, and then I grip into his gi pants. Okay. And I turn this hand down. So I'm trying to put the heel of my hand down into the center of his chest, so that my arm is bending this way, not this way. Okay. If it's bending in this direction, it's very easy for James to break it down and control. If it's here, if I'm here, it's a lot more difficult. You can't pull it out to the side. So I grip the top of his gi pants, and now I'm going to press down, okay? And I'm pressing across his shoulder. What I do now is I shuffle back, and I slightly arch my back. This will put a lot of pressure against James's leg, and they'll often open. And then from here, what I do is use my elbow, and now I can cover his knee, and I've got his guard open, okay? So again, I start nice and low, head down. I posture, go both hands to one, heel and hand down. Grip his gi pants, and I press down to the ground. I shuffle back just a little bit and clamp my knees together. Now, yeah, what I do is I round my back. That starts to put pressure against his ankles until they break. And from there, I can use my elbow and step up and start to pass. Okay. A couple of key important things. When I do this position, if I'm clamping on his hips, I don't bring my knees together because this is going to knock me off sideways. That's no good. Okay. And the other thing is, if I don't pin his hips to the ground, when I start to shuffle back, James's hips are just going to come up, and that's no good either. Okay, so that's the basic technique. Now, what we're going to look at is how you start to train that technique. Okay, so the first thing is it's important that you understand, just go through it, get the right pressures. You know, talk to your partner, so when you're here, as you're putting pressure, you should be able to feel it against your back. Okay, and then all you do from the first position, when I'm locked down, James is going to try and attack, he's going to try and drag my arms across, do whatever he likes, and I've just got to stay tight. Okay, just the first rule, very, very simple, a little bit of isolated training. The second thing that I add into this is I do exactly the same thing. So we're down nice and low, and then whenever James is starting to attack, whenever I've got space, I posture out. Okay, so we start low, James is controlling me, yeah, he's trying to shear. And then whenever I've got space, I come up, reset my posture. Now the final thing that I'll do from here is we'll just be in this position. And then, in fact, we'll do the same thing. I'll be here. Okay, James is going to attack. He can move around. Exactly. And as soon as I feel his legs open, I posture and then go into here. Okay. So one more time with that one. I'm moving. Just let him work. I feel I've got the space. I can come up. He can keep attacking if he wants to. Okay, yeah, but at some point, this tension against his leg, it opens. Okay, he has to. Okay, and that tension kind of shoots him away a little bit. Okay, so one more time. We're here, we've got this pressure, he's starting to move, and then pop, opens, and I can just bring my knee up. As a side note, anytime that you're playing jiu-jitsu, if you get back to guard and you think your partner's going to close guard, you just need to step one leg up, and that'll make it much, much harder for him to close his guard. Okay, so that's our first basic technique.